Do you know what today is?
Friday.
I'm running a marathon tomorrow.
This means that you have already eaten like 500 grams of carbohydrates.
At least.
At least.
I've eaten so many gummy bears. Pounds. Oh, where's the gummy bear bag? Do we still have that?
Yeah, because I bought you another one.
I've eaten so many gummy bears. Fun fact. Training for a marathon sucks. It's the worst thing in the world. But, fun fact. The 3 days leading up, carb loading days, can be really, really fun.
So you're about to run one of the biggest marathons you've ever run.
Well, most important, the Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, Minnesota, is the 10th largest marathon in the United States. There will be 23,000 people lacing it up to run along Lake Superior tomorrow morning. We're going to give it a go.
So you know what today is?
Friday. Woo! It's Friday! They need that kind of energy.
Today is the first day of summer. We are starting a social media contest.
Oh, I love this.
Details.
Social media contest. I like this.
If you haven't seen it, check our social media
like
because
this.
it's out there. It's out there.
I like this. I like social media.
Well, let's talk about social media.
I'm a big social media fan. I love me some social media.
What do you love about it?
Everything. Now, listen, I know there are people like, I hate the social media. It's killing the world. Let me tell you, there's pros and cons to every and anything in the world. When the automobile was invented, people say it was going to kill the world. Electricity was invented, they said it was going to kill the world. All new technology always gets met with some sort of resistance. And I think people are just against social media because using it incorrectly can cause a lot of challenges. It can create comparison syndrome. It can create a lot of things. But I choose not to look at any of that. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I look at it from a different perspective. Let me tell you why I love it. You ready to know why I love it?
Bring it on.
Follow me on this, all right? Let me tell you the number one reason I love it.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
It is for me, it is an emotion switcher. I just made that word up. Emotion switcher. Like you can switch or flip a switch. All right. Let me tell you why. If I'm feeling like in a victim state,
Yes.
all right? If I'm like, ooh, the world is against me and my life sucks and, all this in the ditch. Well, if I go on social media and I post about how my life is in the ditch and I'm being a victim, what do you think I'll get?
Those things.
I'll get a ton of sympathy. I'll get a ton of like, oh, I know, life is so hard, blah, 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 right? Keep me in the ditch, right? You follow me? But if I'm in the ditch and I post something positive, even though I'm in the ditch, what do you think I'll get?
Yeah, positive reactions.
Positive reactions, right?
Influence, yeah.
And so social media magnifies what you post. You post negative, you'll get a ton of negative. You post positive, you'll get a ton of positive. And so for me, I always know whenever I'm struggling, I will force myself to find something I'm grateful for, something I'm proud of, something like the feeling I want to feel, and I will post about it because then I will get that in buckets, in droves, which amplifies how I truly want to feel. And so that's the number one reason I love it. A lot of people use it, I think, incorrectly. Number two is, I'll put this in a context of sales. For me, social media allows you to expand your reach. And I think right now, a lot of salespeople are using social media. I think they're trying to use it more. I think they're using platforms incorrectly. Now, here's the disclaimer. All right? So disclaimer, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't want to get fired. Please check with your local marketing department before posting or adhering to all company and corporate social media policies. Okay.
Nailed it.
Right?
Really good.
Right. All right. So now let's get back to this. So here's what I think, right? So every platform has its reason, okay? I've been encouraging a lot of my people to use LinkedIn. I think you should be posting 3 or 4 times a week on LinkedIn, but I don't think you should be posting about your product. I think you should be posting about your thoughts. Posting about your thoughts about the market, thoughts about how to sell, thoughts about your career, your platform. And I'll tell you why. Well, one, you start to brand yourself as an expert. When you are posting about your product, you're a product expert. Well, I don't want you to be a product expert on LinkedIn. What I want you to be is a professional expert, a profession expert. And so what happens is if I'm a salesperson and I start talking about how I sell, or the best ways to convert, or the best ways to market, or the best ways to do whatever, well, I'm putting real intention into posting about these thoughts. I'll then get it back. I'll start conversation. But what you're doing is you're programming your brain to make sure you're living those behaviors out in practice. And so for me, when I post on LinkedIn, I only post about things on LinkedIn that I am going to 100% live out. So if I post about the power of gratitude, well, it forces me to be grateful. If I post about the power of, having a positive mindset, it forces me to be. So what happens is, if you're a sales professional or a sales leader, you should be posting about things that you are 100% doing. It's the best accountability form there is. So when you have self-accountability, do that. You want self-accountability, you want to hold yourself accountable, post out to the world what you're doing. The second thing it does is start to change the dialogue. So the dialogue in the social media world right now is that it's not a good time to buy. The market's head. I was at a conference last week. I gave the final keynote on day one, and the person speaking before me, very, very smart person. That thing was dark and gloom, and you would think the world was coming to an end. Well, you find what you focus on in life. And so I think on social media, we're seeing a lot more of that. And so if you take the 20,000 new home sales professionals, if all 20,000 of them, 100% of them, were posting every day about how great the market is, or how they deal with a tough market, or the narrative would start to change. The problem is everybody's following the negative, which means the minority of people are posting about the positive. We have the ability as an industry to change the dialogue, but we're not doing that. We're posting about interest rates. We're posting about promotions. We're posting about all the wrong things. And so for me, on LinkedIn, I would not be posting product. I would not be posting any of that. I would be posting 100% of my stuff would be about me as a professional and how I am going to win despite the market. I am going to control my destiny. I think if you do that, you'll collaborate with people who think like you. You'll share best practices. You'll share best ideas. LinkedIn is not a platform for me to be posting about product unless you consider yourself a product.